Good afternoon. Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Please take your seats.
Thank you, Ms. Drew Phillips, class president. Welcome to the graduation ceremonies for the class of 2017. Dr. Dobransky, Dr. Whitney, Mrs. Skeeter, honest guests, parents, family, and students. It is a pleasure to welcome you here today for this memorable occasion. At this time, I present the principal of Kings Fork High School, Dr. Ronald Lee.
Good evening again, everyone, and certainly I'd like to welcome you again to our commencement ceremony, particularly the class of 2017. I am overjoyed, and I'm not going to say a whole lot right now because this is a very special group to me. I want to say to you again, congratulations, guys, on a job well done. Not only am proud of you on the athletic field, but academically, and just the way you have carried yourselves this year. So I want to say on behalf of the administrative staff, thank you so much for such a wonderful year and doing such a great job. I'm very proud of you guys. At this time, I'd like to introduce the chairman of our school board, Dr. Michael Dobransky.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. I'd like to recognize the members of the school board here with me today. Vice Chairman Ena Copeland, Linda Bouchard, Dr. Brooks Buck, Dave Mitnick, and Ms. Byram. Thank you. The school board sends out greetings and congratulations to our graduates and also the parents, students, and other members of the family here today. The following is a group of the following paraphrase suggestions were given by Dr. Admiral McRaven at his 2014 commencement speech at the University of Texas at Austin. Now, what I'm here to do is give remarks about his remarks to the graduating class at the University of Texas. And he was a former Navy SEAL. I don't know if he was stationed here in Norfolk or not, but his remarks are very prevalent today, and they're aimed at specific things that you can do to help improve your life. First remark is, when you wake up in the morning, have a list of to-dos. In other words, have a list of objectives or goals that you want to do. For you, it might be make your bed, clean your room, find a job, or go to work. For me, it's going to be get up, go to Walmart, get my fishing lures and my rod, go fishing. For you, it might be something else. After you get your job, you might have to work on going to work steady, and for me, it's going to be turning over, going to bed till 9 o'clock. Find a genuine friend. Now, it's important as you leave here that you do find somebody that you can rely on and talk to on a personal basis, somebody that won't make fun of you, somebody that won't be looking behind your back to do something other than listen to you and be your friend. And I had a friend like that in college. His name was John Sapinski. He was my college roommate for 2 years. We came from the same town in Pittsburgh, a little town called McKees Rocks. All right, good, thank you. There's somebody home here. But it was a great experience, and we still keep in touch today after almost 50 years. But at this time, I don't see him much, so I rely on my wife to give me all the direction I need. She does a good job of that. Measure the person by the size of his heart, not by his words. In other words, when you pick a friend, pick one that you're going to be able to talk to earnestly. He's going to be able to listen to you and give you honest feedback. Keep moving forward. Know that life is not always fair. This is something you're going to find out as you get on further in life. You may not, in college, you may think you're going to get an A or B and you get a C. That's not the worst thing. But when you get out there and you find out the job isn't what you wanted or the job wasn't said for you, then it might break your heart then, but know that you have other things to do and look forward to. You may fail, and failure is a part of life. You need to preserve, persevere, and keep moving onward. Meet your problems head on. Don't back down to bullies. Step up when times are toughest. Maintain a positive attitude and never give up. The last thing I'm going to give you is one that I thought about this morning on the way here. I heard a song by Garth Brooks on the way, and the song was entitled, let's see. I'm looking for If tomorrow never comes, I don't know, you may have heard it. If tomorrow never comes, tell her that you love her today. In other words, if tomorrow never comes, will you have told her all the times you loved her, and your friends as well, your parents. So make sure that if you love somebody, make sure you tell them today while you're here, and don't take a chance in not letting them know how much you feel about them. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'd like to say congratulations to the King Falk High School class of 2017. And it is also my pleasure to introduce to you the Superintendent of Suffolk Public Schools, Dr. Darren Whitney. Dr. Whitney is a native of Hampton, Virginia, attended Hampton City Public Schools, received his undergraduate degree from Christopher Newport University and his master's degree from Old Dominion University and his doctoral degree from Virginia Tech. Dr. Whitney stepped into the top leadership as superintendent of Suffolk Public Schools in January 2011. Through partnership with families and the community, Dr. Whitney strives for all students to become lifelong learners, equipped with the skills, knowledge, and attitude to succeed as productive citizens in a local, a national, and a global society. Superintendent Whitney previously served Suffolk Public School as an assistant principal and as an elementary principal, an assistant superintendent, and as deputy superintendent. During his time with Suffolk Public Schools, Dr. Whitney has strengthened early childhood education programs, enhanced professional development, and maintained a heavy focus on student engagement. He assists in initiating the International Baccalaureate program, champions science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which is a STEM initiative, including startup of an additional high school specialty programs, pathway to engineering and biomedical sciences, and implementation of the award-winning elementary learning and enrichment for academic progress known as ELITE program. Dr. Whitney desires to ensure all students' needs are met, also including ensuring appropriate, necessary facilities. He led the opening of the Pioneer Elementary School and the current construction of a new middle school, Florence Bowser Elementary, Florence Bowser Elementary, and of course the middle school being Colonel Fred Cherry Middle School, both opening in 2018. Dr. Whitney's wife, Conjo, is a reading specialist in the Suffolk Public Schools, and his daughter graduated from Suffolk Public Schools in 2014. She is an upcoming senior at Radford University. I present to you, introduce to some, Dr. Darren Whitney, Superintendent of Suffolk Public Schools.
Thank you so very much, Mrs. Skeeter. Welcome and good afternoon. Parents, special guests, teachers, staff, but most importantly, the class of 2017. Students, I stand before you today to say congratulations on a job well done. You have worked hard and you have earned this very special day. You have taken the test, you've been quizzed, you've been schooled well enough for us to send you off into the real world. Parents, we thank you. We thank you for sharing your pride and joy with us over the last 13 years. We've done our very best as a school division to prepare all of our students, and we're very proud to see them move to the very next level. We feel confident that our students are college and/or career ready. Now back to our students. As I've just said, students, you have made it. You've taken all the necessary tests. You've verified the right amount of credits. You've written your last high school paper. You've taken your final SOL. And yes, you've earned your 50 community service hours. In fact, as you well know, you all are the first class to have to maintain that requirement. We put that in place about 5 years ago. Today, I'd like to take our community service requirement as an example as it relates to a book that I encourage each of you to read in the very near future. This book is titled The Question Behind the Question by John Miller. Now, I know many of you are thinking, I sure hope he's not going to tell us about that entire book. The answer is no, I'm not. But what I do want to tell you is that this book helps us eliminate blame, it helps us eliminate complaining and procrastination, and addresses what can be an issue for so many of us, including myself, at times how we lack personal accountability. Now let's take the example of community service. This requirement, community service, 50 hours. This was something I initiated and the school board approved about 5 years ago, in which each of you had to earn at least 50 hours. Back in December, we presented our first update to the school board, and unfortunately at that time, less than half of our seniors across the division had earned their hours. In fact, many of them were only half of the 50% towards the goal. Well, needless to say, this was not a presentation that I was proud of as far as a school board meeting. I immediately went back to my staff when I found out the hours, and when I found out, I said to them, why is this happening? Who didn't do their job? We even had the local media that many of you may recall. The newspaper had a headline that said, "Seniors Face Community Service." Now, in Miller's book, The Question Behind the Question, he warns us that statements like, "It's not my fault," "Why is this happening to me?" "No one told me," "It couldn't be helped," or "Who dropped the ball?" These types of statements, they don't help us. He suggests that it's understandable that we think and feel the way that we do, especially when we get frustrated. But the statements that I've shared with you are all negative statements, and they simply don't solve the problem. Now, using the question behind the question, or QBQ technique, we should ask our questions differently and deal with situations differently as well. And there are 3 simple ways in doing that. The first way, we should use the word what or how to start our questions instead of when or who. Using when can lead to procrastination. Well, and we know some of us procrastinated when it came to those 50 hours. Using who tends to blame others. I go back to my original statement when I said, who dropped the ball? Instead, the question I should have asked, and eventually did begin to ask, is how can we help the students earn the hours in which they're required to earn? The second technique contains using the pronoun I instead of they, them, we, or you. This is where personal accountability plays a huge role. Each of us should be holding ourselves accountable for our own thinking and behaviors and the results that they produced. The blame game and whodunit questions solve nothing. They create fear, destroy creativity, and build walls among us. We have no choice of reaching our full potential until we stop blaming each other and start practicing personal accountability. The final technique that the author mentions in using QBQ is to focus on action. And to do this, we need to use certain types of verbs in our questions. For example, do, make, achieve, and build. Add those to the questions that are beginning with what or how, and contain an I in that question as well. And you may end up with a question like this: what can I do to help you do a better job? For example, imagine our local newspaper, instead of just writing the article saying how many hours short seniors were, perhaps they could have asked themselves, how can we as a newspaper help our students, and have companies perhaps list volunteer type opportunities so our students can earn those hours. How can we help? Other good questions for personal accountability include, what can I do to make a difference? How can I support the team? How can I help move this forward? How can I provide value to you? Or what solution can I provide? The author states that taking action may seem risky, but doing nothing is a bigger risk. Action leads us towards solutions. Inaction, at best, does nothing and holds us in the past. Action requires courage, while inaction often indicates fear. Action builds confidence. Inaction provides doubt. The QBQ technique is the practice of personal accountability. We discipline our thoughts, we ask better questions, and we take action. Before I close, I want to share and answer a question that I've had asked to me during the last 4 years, 5 years maybe. And the question is, why did we include community service as a graduation requirement? I'm going to answer that by using the top 10 list, but I'm only going to share 5. Why is community service? Reason number 5, it brings people together. Reason number 4, it promotes personal growth and self-esteem. The third reason why community service is important, it strengthens our community. And the number 2 reason, you may learn something new. And the number 1 reason why community service is important, you make a difference. Seniors, thank you for making a difference. Thank you for meeting this challenge, and congratulations on this very special day. Thank you.
We are honoring all of our graduates this morning, but 2 students in particular deserve special recognition: our valedictorian and our salutatorian, the top 2 students in the class of 2017. These students worked hard year after year, taking some of the most challenging courses offered. It wasn't easy, but they persevered and today are honored for their academic achievement. It's now my pleasure to introduce the salutatorian for the class of 2017, Miss Alana Tillery.
Good afternoon, Kings Fork graduating class of 2017, administrators, parents, family, and friends. It is an honor to be standing before you today. We're all prospective college students, career builders, military officials, and have been preparing ourselves through intra and extracurricular activities for this day when we arrived here as freshmen. Please lend me your ear for this small formality, even though many of you are far more qualified to give this speech than I, and I am severely indebted to those I had the privilege to call friends. The whirlwind of these last 4 years gives way to these hours of celebration of and for all of us. We didn't start off high school as put together as we're leaving it, but have evolved to meet every challenge in arriving to this point. Oprah urges you not to stop and says, create the highest, grandest vision for yourself because you become what you believe. Maybe I'm joined by you all in thinking of my teachers as extended family, like grandparents, uncles, and aunts. I know our teachers are too young to fit the age requirements, but their infinite patience and wisdom in going above and beyond to deconstruct and reconstruct each of our characters so that we may be the best version of ourselves garners them the sincerest thanks. We should celebrate not only us students who are here temporarily, but also the amazing, invaluable teachers, coaches, custodians, counselors, and administrators who make our success permanent. However, we're the main attraction. We formed or lost friends on the tightrope of deadlines and weighted averages, and in freshman and sophomore year, all dreaded when the ringmaster declared our last act, the pacer test. Our journey through high school is much like that. We started off slow, and now we're at the grand finale. Don't worry. Although some of us may wonder if personal finance was secretly teaching us how to pay back loans or bills that will encourage young adults, or if we were asleep that online modular class, and a smaller sum if we have gained the 7 effective habits or display a learner profile, or if clowning or making memes is a viable career field yet, remember that taking pride in others, in your health, and in your talents will not lead you astray. Rely on these as you have here in this school, and you shouldn't have to take life too seriously when you leave here and enter other schools, the workforce, or wherever you deem worth your talents and energy. Don't ever doubt the effectiveness of your beginning here, because these last 4 years prepared you for the labors and leisures of the rest of your life. In other words, nothing stopping you from being a successful star in life's grand show. Remember this advice by Michelle Obama: the only limit to the height of your achievement is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tillery. Our students worked very hard this year applying for scholarships. This is a very time-consuming process that requires perseverance and hard work. It also requires students who have worked hard their entire high school careers to have the qualifications necessary to be eligible for these scholarships. I am very proud to announce that so far, and this number is still increasing, our students have been awarded, let me get my numbers right, $3,304,732. And just for your information, that's $1 million more than last year. Now, our next speaker has set high goals for himself throughout his high school career. Whether in school, in sports, or through volunteer work, he always pushed himself to do his very best. Today, he is recognized for all of his hard work. Please welcome the valedictorian for the class of 2017, Mr. Nadim Barakat.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2017 of Kings Fork High School. Before I get started, let's get one more round of applause for our graduates. Thank you. If I'm being honest, that was more for me. I don't know if I'll ever have another great opportunity to start a round of applause for great people like all of you, but you guys really deserve it. I'd like to thank all of the teachers, administrators, faculty members, friends, and family members that have helped to make this great day possible. You might not be down here getting the diploma with us, but believe me when I say it would not be possible without you. When I was first told about giving this speech, I was a little worried. Like seriously, I barely passed the Algebra 1 SOL. So I was kind of surprised that they let me up here, but I asked people for some tips. Some said give advice, make it funny or short, or all of the above. So I was like, bet, I can do that. So I Googled how to write the greatest valedictorian speech ever and went on WikiHow. That was last night. So if there's anything wrong, with this speech, feel free to leave a comment on their website. Class of 2017, where to begin? In 9th grade, we were the new kids on the block, with almost everyone buying lockers and being forced to dress out in gym clothes. Then came 10th grade. Some of us got a little bit taller, some of us didn't. But then came driver's ed and the cars, and the beginning of the diagnosis of senioritis, to be honest. I have to admit that I too was guilty, and I'm hoping that Miss Townsend has forgotten about my convenient sick days in her class. But junior year finally came with SAT and ACT testing and the realization that grades might actually matter. Finally, senior year came around. Miss LaMagna taught me how to read, and if you bought a locker, you were a nerd. Funny how things change. College acceptances rolled in, and once again, I'm proud to say that our class has won more than $3 million in scholarships. It's a great job. We've had great conference, regional, and state runs from so many of our athletic teams that I literally had to go to Snapchat because I couldn't remember all of them. The terrific performances from teams such as our boys and girls basketball, track, girls soccer, and so many other teams have laid the foundation for future classes to come and win even more titles for the school. Where am I going with all of this? Basically, I'm trying to say that we are undoubtedly the coolest class to ever come out of Kings 4. Now for just one piece of wisdom. I know some of you have 4 years of sleep to catch up on, while I'm sure some of you won't sleep for the next 3 months. I could say to follow your dreams, but honestly, I don't ever see myself becoming the Flash, no matter how many times I step outside when there's lightning. Will Rogers once said, even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. What does this mean? Regardless of whether or not you're going to college, the military, or getting a local job, do not become complacent. Never stop improving. Get smarter, get stronger, get faster. In an age where you can literally make a career by posting YouTube videos, find something useful and become a beast at it. You do that, and you'll be set for the rest of your life. Thank you all. Once again, congratulations to the Bulldog class of 2017.
Dr. Dobransky, Dr. Whitney, Dr. Lee, members of the school board, faculty, parents, and friends. I present to you those students who have met their academic and program objectives as prescribed by the Commonwealth of Virginia and Suffolk City Public Schools. They are hereby declared candidates for graduation in the Kings Fork High School graduating class of 2012. Beginning with the honor graduates for the class of 2017, candidates for graduation, please come to the stage.
Nadine Barakat. Alana Deanne Tillery. Bridget Alexis Aubele. Amber Nicole Abernathy. David Anthony Acosta. Nazaya Ugushda. Shante Cheyenne Porter Anderson. Cameron Lamar Artis. Danielle Rose Arzillo. Anthony Wade Bell. Mackenzie Sloan Bennington. Abigail St. Elizabeth Bilby. Taquila Debriana Boyd. Savannah Hastings Briggs. Angelo Joseph Chucchini. Sincere Adriana Cornelius. Kiara Shamel Crocker Adams. Bailey Jonathan Cup. Destiny Marie Chantel Cyprian. Keenan Ryan Dare. Selena LaShawn Davis. Tristan Scott de Guzman. Rebecca Lynn Dixon. Savannah Jeanette Dodge. Agnes Aram Achupe Doche. Jordan Shanice Edler. Carly Elaine Folsom. Keon Dontre Foster. Rakia Nicole Freeman. Tamara Daniela Giles. Nicholas Causey Griffin. Calvin Ryder Hill. Carlton Arnett Hill. Kayla Marshall Hines. William Jameson Holloway. Roosevelt Julian Huff. Alexis Louise Jones. Sade Sasha Marie Jones. Grant Samuel Kapoff. Ian Nicholas Kapoff. Philip Alexandrovich Kodinko. Michael Alexander Kilduff. Aaliyah Janae King. Brexton Joseph Ladur. Ashley Nicole Lehman. Tabitha Geraldine Lapointe. Caitlin Sierra Lawson. Maya Chanel Lewis. Andrea Geneva Roberta Magba. Mahogany Vernandolin Marshall. Lydia Summer Martin. Ian Delaney McBride. Amisha Elise Miller. Mallory Lynn Moore. Sydney Autumn Morgan. Chantel Leandra Morris. Simon Matthew Munn. Ron Christopher Newsom Jr. Sydney Brianna Nichols. Nia Barbara Nickerson. Emmanuel Nkumshika Nawilezi. Elizabeth Hannah O'Neill. Otis Bryant Owens Jr. Ordera Julian Ozo. Lauren Elizabeth Park. Ashanti Darnell Parker. Drew Langston Phillips. Noah Simon Poon. Maddie Ann Pope. Tatiana Mora Prelo. Naomi Faye Rab. Stephen Cal Anthony Ramlogan. Trevor Jacob Reigart. Sarah Elizabeth Rose. Caleb Omar Maurice Rivers. Lauren Casey Robinson. Victor Alexander Robinson. Elena Isabel Rodriguez. Tariba Leanne Judith Russell. Jeanette Nicole Poblador Saniano. Noah Blake Sargent. Musayub Abdal Kareem Shambeli. Tiara Marie Sharon. Nicholas Jordan Shiflett. Diamond Monet Small. Lawrence Damon Smith Jr. Logan Marie Smith. Jackson Carol Brandon Stone. Paige Emma Summers. Kaylin Marie Swenson. Go, go. Latoya Monet Thomas. Gabriel Lavelle Tillery. Nona Natalia Lee Towns. Ashley Joy Travis. Jasmine Alexis Trotter. Nia Simone Vargas. Alyssa Bryce Vick. Rebecca Ann Washburn. Tyreek Zakai Wiggins. Asia Imani Williams. Austin Ray Williams. Eric Alphonse Williams Jr. John Tyler Woods. Raymond Travell Wright.
Brianna Trunay Anderson. Lavin Latrell Askew. Clinton Terrell Bailey Jr. Lauren Michelle Bailey. Maya Ariana Bailey Solers. Nathan Lawrence Baines. JD Sayana Baker. Quintasia Monet Baker. Aaliyah Darvon Banks. Cody Sterling Bassnight. Quante Lavon Beeman. Carissa Luzvamindu Lydia Bean. Pedro Ramon Beto. Ethan James Bell. Niel Velmark Bell. Marissa Renee Blackniak. Shalise Kadisha Blades. LaRosia Shanice Blizzard. Dominique Mason Bonneville. Arthur Lee Boone Jr. Kelvin Lee Boone Jr. Quadre Van Sean Boone. Tyler Deshawn Branch. Tanjay Marquise Brighton. Jada Chanel Brock. Logan Brianne Brumer. China Alexis Brown. Matthew Jerry Brown. Megan Brittany Marie Carter. Nathan Brandon Carter. Tajahe Divine Chalk. Jewel Monet Clanton. Jasmine Nicole Clark. Gabriel Joseph Combs. Marquez Javier Cook. Jayla Monet Copeland. Tiaja Janae Copeland. Troshana Devon Copeland. Andrew Christopher Crossfield. Kayla Alexis Culbertson. Khalil Isaiah Daniels. Aquantia Quanisha Darden. Sierra Kenyatta Daughtry. Stasia Janae Davis. Lily Elaine Dolly. Raniqua Shante Deloach. Caitlin Brianna De Los Reyes. Andrew Doche. Tashawn Dominique Dozier. Tyler Dion Dunn. Olivia Chessa Eastman. Jamal McCray Ely. Tony Tanaya Elliott. Chelsea Alexis Epps. Sierra Ann York. Shabri Lene Everett. Tyreek Xavier Fisher. Jade Marie Fletcher. Noah Franklin Flick. Caroline Elizabeth Flynn. Justin Antonio Fortes. Kayla Marie Franks. Deljane Melinda Gandy. Deontay Trevon Gardner. Gabriella Peyton Gardner. Diane Veronica George. Deshauna Latrice Gibson. Alexis Joquivia Daniqua Goodman. Takia Chanel Norman Goodman. Michaela Denise Granberry. Cameron Isaiah Green. Christopher Darren Griffin. Timothy Leonard Gromkowski. Nautica Atana Harris. Ebony Danielle Hayes. Caitlin Ray Herrick. Ariane Monet Hill. Kaylin Nicole Hines. Jasmine Mona Hinton. Delvin Lamar Holland. Cedric Michael Holly. Donisha Tashay Horace. Trevin Blake Horseman. Donnie Lee Hoskins Jr. Genesis Alexandria Jacobs. Faith Marie LaSalle Johnson. Gabriel Denise Johnson. Lanesha Monet Essence Johnson. Taya Lee Jones Brothers. LaShawn Devante Jordan. Orlando Lumond Kearney Jr. Austin Allen Crable. Kai Andrew Schuyler Lakes. Algernon D'Angelo Langston. Shane Anthony Langford. Michaela Jordan Lanthorn. Sharif Linnell Lassiter. Andrew Dawson Lytle. Gregory Schwartz Magba. Shakira Malika McKean. Andrea Lavonda Mann. Leslie Bentrice Mann. Michaela Carolyn Markham. Ron Darrell Mason Jr. Corrine Bell Matthews. Ricky Maurice McLeod Jr. Joshua Jarek McDowell. Ajane Kanisha McFarland. Terrence Doyle McFadden II. Glenisha Monet Dennis Harden. Elijah Joel Lawrence. Philip Neal LeClaire. Marcus Jonathan Levy. Jaquela Nakia Olds. Jacob Thomas Owens. Jake Edward Perkins. Ethan Parks Poole. Gabriel Nicole Powell. Michelle Lee Prescott. Adonis Denzel Privet. Raisha Denise Privet. Mary Catherine Pruden. Janae Ayana Pyron. Justin Alexander Pyron. Tony Antoine Lewis Jr. Destiny Tierra Shea Lynn. Angel Renee McIntyre. Jenna Monet Mitchell. Charisma Danielle Mitchell. LaRon Deshawn Mitchell. Tamia Angelique Mitchell. Travell Antoine Monroe. Damian Lamar Montgomery. Carl Lamont Moore Jr. Tierra Lachey Munford. Isabella Victoria Nakarato. Crystal Leanne Nichols. Jayla Danielle Nichols. Ronald Howard Stewart III. Wyatt Baines Stuck. Michaela Siobhan Topirik. Denasia Tiona Thomas. Saeed Hassan Thomas. Markeisha Twantane Thompson. Javon Darrell Turner. Josie Lynn Twyford. Jasmine Alexis Walden. Taekwon Latrell Walker. Marquise Jeremiah Walker. Elizabeth Andreas Odom. Dominique Joanne Norman. Let's slow down. Xavier Dominique Ramsey. Brandon Robert Rayner. Andrew Jermaine Riddick. Logan Bailey Riggins. Keyshawn Allen Rivers. Joseph Michael Rosati. Austin Michael Robinson. Tamara Monet Rogers. Robert Carroll Salas. Alani Renee Sarden. Dion Markel Sawyer. Jabril Nasir Shabazz Scott. Hold on just a minute. Kiera Nicole Goodman. Shakita Jones. Omar Rashid Skinner. Anthony Maurice Smith Jr. Jamel Kotuzi Smith. Jordan Brianna Sharp. Hunter Bodie Simpkins. Skylar Michaela Wall. Danesha Tatiana Ward. James Xavier Ward. Keelan Lamont Washington. Janisha Sheree Watson. Ariana Nicole Weaver. Keyshawn Jaquel Wellens. Alexis Shantae Webbington. LeBrandon Jamar White. Robert Dalton Christian White. Kevin Lamont Wiggins Jr. Damani Kevin Williams. Garasia Lana Williamson. Micah Harrison Yates. Let's give another round of applause for the graduates of the class of 2017.
This is a bittersweet moment for me, obviously. Gonna hate to see this group go, but I promised them that I would be brief, because this group is a very special group, because some of these young people I've known since elementary school, as I will share with them. But today is a celebration of all that is good about our students, our teachers, and our school. It's wonderful to look out and feel the energy that comes from graduation. This is kind of your initiation into the adult world for most places across America. I'm excited about the future for each of you. You have the potential to be all that you want to be. I especially want to say thank you to the graduates who will leave here today to serve in our armed forces. Thank you. Thank you in advance, because I know that the freedoms that we enjoy in America are not free. So I want to thank you in advance for your service to our great country. I urge you to take a moment, graduates, to be sure you always put your energy, faith, talent, and time into any endeavor that will benefit you and your community. I want to thank the class of 2017 for some really great moments and some of my best memories as a high school principal. I want to thank you for the state and regional championship runs in track, baseball, and soccer. Thank you for the memories. I want to thank you for the formation of the debate team and the success of our Scholastic Bowl team. But the most prized memory that I will always take away was welcoming you seniors back to a fully accredited Kings Fork High School. You guys are going to leave a tough legacy for the classes to follow. Again, I am so very proud of you, and I find it very, very hard again to say goodbye to these graduates. Again, some of them who I've known since McBen. Some of them helped me open up Hill Point Elementary School in 2008. So we are truly, when we say a family, we are a family. We've been together for a very long time. However, life must move on, and I take comfort in being sure that you will all flourish in your chosen endeavors. There's a big world out there that's just waiting for your talent. Please keep in touch with me, the administrators, teachers at the school. We will always be glad and anxious to hear news about what great things you guys have done. I want to thank the parents right now and guardians for your support of Kings Fork High School and our students, because this day would not be possible without you. All right, I promised you that I was going to be short, so now it is the time that we've all been waiting for. Will the class of 2017 please stand? Graduates, please turn your tassels from the right side to the left. I just want you to know, as a side note, once I say these magical words, you are financially responsible for yourselves and your parents don't have to pay for anything. Are you ready? Class of 2017. All right. By the power granted to me by the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Suffolk School Board, I declare that you have met the requirements set forth and are now graduates of Kings Fork High School. Congratulations and Bulldog Pride.